What is going on, Jets fans? Good morning, and it is a Sunday after the 2025 NFL Draft. Your boy's fired up right now to talk about why the New York Jets had a great 2025 New York Jets Draft. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's not perfect, but I'm here to give you guys the reasons to be excited, of course, the reasons to be concerned a little bit. So welcome on in, everybody. Good morning. It is the day after the 2025 NFL Draft. There's a lot to break down, a lot of undrafted free agents. We broke down a video last night on the channel about that. We're going to talk about that on this show. Also wanted to open up to some callers. I want to get Jets fans in here to talk about your perspective and your thoughts of the New York Jets 2025 draft class. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of new players coming on in. We have a lot of new people tuning into the show, so really do appreciate everybody tuning on into the show. Also, we have an announcement. Okay, now that the NFL Draft is officially wrapped up, that means it's Jets Media Day season. For those that don't know what Jets Media Day is, it is an event that I throw at a Jets game every single year. These were the shirts in 2023. All right, we go to a game together. We get to party with Gotham City crew together before the game. We get to get on the field together. We watch the games together. If you are looking to go to a New York Jets game this year, I am hosting my 4th ever event. And it's your opportunity right now to join the Jets Media Day priority list. All you got to do is click the link that I just put in the top of the chat. It's also in the description. You fill out the form, and then you're entered into the priority list. Basically, what the priority list is, you will get direct emails and text messages, all the updates, and you'll get early access before anybody else before the tickets go live. The schedule releases May 14th or 15th, I believe. So I think Jets Media Day announcement will be by the end of the month of May. But I will be providing all the updates to the people that click this link and sign up on the form. You will get all the updates right there first before everybody else, before the link goes live. So you guys get early access before anybody. So click that link right now, folks. Fill it out. It's a really simple form to fill out. I'll even show it to you on your screen right here in case you're wondering exactly what the form is, right? So this is what the form looks like. It's simple. You just fill it out. Jets Media 2025 priority list. Your first and last name, your number, your email. Have you been to Jets Media Day before? Submit. It's really simple. You guys get an opportunity to sign up for that. All right. Now, let's get into the man of the hour, Mr. Darren Muji. Darren Muji! How do you guys grade the draft? Let me know right now, folks. Let me know right now how you grade the draft. I got a nice draft helmet, right? I had to get a draft helmet. Also got a 6 Super Bowl helmet, draft helmet. Also, I got to get it, but I don't live at home anymore. But the Jets sent me a signed Garrett Wilson mini helmet for my birthday, and I didn't even see it yet because I was away when they sent it. I got to go get that. Shout out to the Jets for sending me that. But listen, folks, I think there's a lot of reasons to be excited about this Jets draft. I think that they filled in the holes on the roster, that they're trying to establish a culture, and I think that's the biggest thing that I notice about this draft, right? It's not like we aced it. It's not the flashiest draft in the world, but I think what this is it's the Jets trying to fill in holes of the Jets regime that we've been lacking, right? I think the identity, the culture, the mentality, all that great stuff, man. All that great stuff. Folks, please do me a favor. Simply smash the thumbs up button, man. Smash the thumbs up button on your way into the show. Really, really does help out the channel enough. So I think when you get to the grades, it's hard to grade drafts the day after. I really do think that. Of course, we're going to do it, but I do feel like grading drafts it's tough because you go back to all the grades last year, 2 years ago. You got to let the kids go out there on the field first. We got the first super chat of the show. Joe Douglas fan gives it a C+. The Jets did not have a good draft. Stop it. With the same picks and trade up, we could have come away with Membu, Mike Green, Kevin Winston, Gunnar Helm. Okay, well, listen. First of all, thank you for the super chat. That is your preference. That's not what the Jets' preference is. Maybe those players don't fit the mold. And that's what I really hope that people realize with this class. The Jets have a list of players that they feel like fit the brand new culture that Aaron Glenn is trying to implement here. And just because this player is better in your eyes doesn't mean it's better in the Jets' eyes. So I'm aligned with the Jets regime. I am believing in their culture until proven otherwise. That's how I look at it. I'm going in with this brand new Jets GM, brand new Jets coach, aligned with them until they give me a reason not to believe. Okay? I'm a Jets fan. Okay? I have an open mind, and I believe in what they're trying to accomplish here. I think that they're prioritizing the brain of these players, the mentality. And by the way, you talk about the first 3 picks of the Jets. I think they aced the first 3 rounds. If you want to start talking about the question marks, it's in day 3. And listen, you're not going to ace day 3. I mean, you talk about day 3, you're not going to get value at every single position. The Jets prioritize guys that fit their brand and the type of players and the type of traits that they're trying to accomplish here with the Jets. That's what they did in day number 3. And if you're going to sit here and complain about day 3 picks and they should have went this way, that way, you have every right to believe that. But I think they had a great draft, especially in the first 3 rounds, bro. Especially in the first 3 rounds. Especially. So thank you for the super chat, my guy. I really do appreciate it. I mean, your name is Joe Douglas fan, so it's not shocking that you gave it a C+, not going to lie, at the end of the day. But I think it's a solid, I think my grade's a B+. I think the only way that it would have been a better draft is if they went D-tackle and other positions. I get that. Jake is a Giants fan, and he thinks we had a great draft. Well, thank you, Jake. I appreciate that. See, an unbiased take. And that's the thing. People are going to be like, oh, Richie, you're too optimistic, bro. You're supposed to be a hater. You're supposed to hate on this. I would hate on the draft if I actually hated it. I really would. Jake, shout out to your Giants, by the way. They did a heck of a job in the draft. Trading up for Jackson Dart, I think, was smart by the New York Giants. And I don't know if you watch my content, Jake, but I'm a big Jackson Dart fan. I think he's going to do great things. Great, great things, man. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of things to like. What's up, Richie? I give this a B. It's a solid draft. Shout out to NY Jets Indy. If you guys see the profile picture of NY Jets Indy, this is me and him at Jets Media Day last year. All right, so if you want to come through to Jets Media Day this year, pull up and click the link at the top of the chat right now and sign up. All right, sign up right now to the form that is in the link of the chat right now. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Hit that link right now and sign up for the Jets Media Day priority list. We already have 2 people that signed up on the priority list, which you absolutely love to see. All right, shout out to the people that filled out the form. Click the link at the top of the chat and sign up for the form so you get all the updates. All right, JT Money on X says, great draft, A-, but we still don't have a kicker. So the Jets did bring in a undrafted free agent kicker, but yeah, I know we don't have a kicker. We do not have a kicker. You know who had a bad draft is the Bills, and I'm a Bills fan. Wow, so some Bills fans don't like it. Bills fans are not happy with their drafts. Is that true? Antsy with an A+. Okay. All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I like the first 3 guys, and the safety looks cool if he stays healthy. Yeah, should have got a defensive tackle. It was things I liked and things I didn't. It was okay. Still got to play. Exactly, man. I mean, it's hard for us to really complain about what they did, what they didn't do. I really think that the big head scratcher is, of course, Arian Smith, right? That's the player where everybody is questioning. And I think it's justifiable. I think if you're a Jets fan and you're questioning the pick of Arian Smith, I think that I understand why, right? You talk about a player that was a little bit of a reach. It's Arian Smith. And I think that Arian Smith is, if he can figure out a way to learn how to catch the football, he's going to be great. And that seems weird, right? It's like, what do you mean you don't know how to catch a football? So, I don't know, man. He's definitely got to figure that out. But I think they're banking on upside. I liked other receivers on the roster. I'm sorry. I liked other receivers on the board when the Jets picked Arian Smith. But, hey, they decided to go with the speedster, man. And it seemed like they went traits. When you listen to the press conference of Muji, he said, like, oh, when we got on the clock, when we were in the 4th round, you saw all these receivers that had speed elements go. So he felt like there was a run on speed, so he felt like he had to get his speedy guy now and not worry about it later. Eric just filled out the form. Jets Media Day. Cannot wait. Appreciate you, Eric. Guys, click the link at the top of the chat. Sign up for the form so you get all the updates. All the updates you need. Joe Douglas fan, another super chat. My man. Nah, JK, the players they picked were fine, and they justified it in the press conference. I'm just dirty because I think Joe Douglas would have got the same players with 2 to 3 extra late picks. Yeah, I hear you, man. And listen, I'm a Joe Douglas fan, too. I mean, I'm sad that it didn't work out for him. Absolutely. And I understand that, us as a fan base, we do our own research on these prospects. We fall in love with certain guys. We want the Jets to go after these guys, that guy, and we don't get all of our guys. You get upset. So, listen, we're not supposed to look at this class and think it was perfect. So I think if I'm you, just keep your mind open and let's go out there and see what this Jets regime is all about, man. Let's see how they're able to implement them and, more importantly, develop a system, develop a culture, and develop them for the long haul. Develop them for the long haul, man. I think Coach Glenn deserves an opportunity of this fan base to go out there and make some plays, make some moves, man. So you guys let me know your thoughts of Arian Smith real quick, because it's becoming a consensus around Jets fans that he's everyone's least favorite, right? Nobody's happy, it seems like, with Arian Smith. Is there anybody that likes the pick? Is there anybody that actually likes the pick of Arian Smith, or does everybody hate it? Like, that's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Does everybody hate the pick? Does anybody like it? You guys let me know your thoughts right now, because I feel like majority of people hate the Arian Smith pick. And listen, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but when you look at it from the speed element, the Jets do need speed. That's the one element on their wide receiver room they do not have. So from that standpoint, I like it. But the drops are a concern. Running routes are a concern. And if you can get this guy the ball in his hands and you give him some space to work with, it's dangerous. It's dangerous, bro. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. So let's get into the Jets undrafted free agents. Now, as you guys know, the Jets have signed a bunch of undrafted free agents last night into today. You see on your screen here, these are the undrafted free agents. Now, there's a guy on the graphic I got to update, man. So, I was on a website that was tracking all the Jets undrafted free agents, and they put somebody on there that doesn't even exist. So I got to update. Guy doesn't even exist. You're trying to tell me that this guy doesn't exist? So I got to update this, and if you know, you know, right? If you know, you know. I'll just say that, but I'm going to update it real quick. But I do think that there's some intriguing undrafted free agents here to be excited about. So there we go. Just fixed it. Boom. So, yeah, he's gone. I think Donovan Edwards is an intriguing prospect. I like the 2 Clark safeties as well. So there's some things to like. B. Poor says, absolutely hate it. Dude can't catch an effing cold. Draft the gunner in the 4th. Also hate the linebacker we took their 6th round earliest and took him way too early. So, yeah, this is definitely what most Jets fans feel about Arian Smith, man. I hear you, man. Richie, can you give me info about the latest 3 players, because I don't know who they are? Yeah, so, all right, let's save the undrafted free agents for a little bit later, and let's talk more about day number 3. Starting off with Malachi Moore. Malachi Moore is my favorite. Malachi Moore is my favorite player the Jets took on day 3. This is a guy that is a captain coming from Alabama. Somebody that you can expect to be a starter for the Jets one day. Can play all over the defensive backfield, right? Can play in the slot, nickel, free safety, strong safety, in the box, blitz the quarterback, Swiss Army knife. Think of Brian Branch with Detroit. That's how the Jets are going to implement him with here in New York. I really like the Malachi Moore pick. He's got a high football IQ, has range, a ball hawk type of guy. And this is someone that a lot of fans wanted to target in the mid-rounds who needed a safety. So I think that the value of Malachi Moore is phenomenal. They traded up to get him. Absolutely love this pick. Now, Francisco, I already forgot how to say his name, Mauga, is an interesting candidate. This is a guy that he's your old school type of linebacker, physical, a brute, right? he's a thumper. More of that guy that will stay in the box and just eat you when you try to run the football up the middle. Not really good with range, not really good with speed, but he's someone that will thump you, hit you hard. If you run the football near his vicinity, he will launch his body at you and try to force a fumble and be a thumper. And I think he sets the tone physically in this class. I feel like he's the most physical guy on defense that we brought in. So I do like the Francisco draft pick as well. The Jets need some linebacker depth. And, we're an injury of Sherwood and Quincy away from going with Zaire Barnes and no one else. So these are the guys who expect to provide depth this season and develop for the long haul. And then the edge rusher that we brought in, Tyler Barron, he's somebody that Aaron Glenn really feels like can be, he checks all the boxes when it comes to length and size. He has the NFL traits of the athleticism and the size to translate to the next level. No doubt about it. I like that element to his game, but he's got to be able to prove that he can translate to the next level of, going after the quarterback. He's more of a finesse type of guy. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So you guys let me know your thoughts of day number 3. Hey, your Mets are 19-9. Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, I know, bro. Oh, I know. And I love it. Thanks for the reminder. We didn't get a damn fatty. Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing that the Jets did not do that's frustrating a lot of Jets fans is this. No defensive tackle. And you talk about why. Why did the Jets get no defensive tackle? Well, Darren Muji and Aaron Glenn said that they really love the guys that they have on the roster. And according to them, everyone's saying it's a deep class at that position. But in their eyes, not a lot of players fit their identity from a medical standpoint and a character standpoint. That's their perspective. Mets are trash. Lucky games. All right, 19-9, and we're trash. All right, seems like someone's salty in the chat about the Mets. Sorry about that. Mason Taylor is one of my favorite players. Like, if you talk about a guy that I really wanted the most in this draft in day 2, it was definitely Mason Taylor. Now, you talk about a tight end that is a pure route runner, create separation, reliable hands, get to the second level. His route tree is really expansive. And you talk about Sam Laporta and what he did with Detroit. That we just drafted our Sam Laporta, right? Think of how Detroit utilizes Sam Laporta in that offense. That's what the Jets just brought in here with Mason Taylor. I think Mason Taylor is going to become a fan favorite. He's exactly what this Jets team needs from a tight end standpoint. His catch radius is phenomenal. Great kid, really young. He's going to develop into his game. I really do like this draft pick, bro. I really do like this draft pick of Mason Taylor because he checks all the boxes. He can block. I mean, blocking isn't his strength, but he can block. He can block. He's not someone that's going to go out there and get pushed around. And then Azareye'h Thomas, I mean, you guys know I've been talking about this for a minute now. One of my favorite players in this draft because of the length and the size. And I interviewed him at the Senior Bowl, which was really, really cool. The fact that I was able to interview the guy, and now he's a Jet. You talk about a player in Azareye'h Thomas who is coming on here and providing a big impact from the cornerback perspective. So here is a picture of me and new Jet Azareye'h Thomas at the Senior Bowl. And this is my first ever player that I ever interviewed in my NFL media career. So if you're not familiar, Roundtable Sports was at the Senior Bowl this year, Super Bowl, and the draft. And the Senior Bowl was my first ever media credentialed event. My first time at anywhere where I could interview. And Azareye'h Thomas was the first prospect I interviewed. First one. So the fact that he's a Jet, it's just a cool feeling for me in my media career. So shout out to Azareye'h Thomas. I actually posted it on Instagram, a story of this, and he liked my story, so I guess he remembers me. But, I asked him who he molds his game after. He said Pat Surtain. I was hoping he said Sauce Gardner, but now he's teammates with Sauce Gardner, and I'm excited to see what he looks like with the Jets. I feel like the length and the size is what really stands out the most with his ability, and I feel like the upside of Azareye'h Thomas is being a lockdown corner in this league. Like, I really do feel like if you're a Jets fan and, you know, we let DJ Reed walk in free agency, now he's with Detroit, and you needed a replacement long-term next to Sauce, it's Thomas, bro. It's Thomas. I really do like this pickup. I really, really do. You guys let me know what your thoughts are of Azareye'h Thomas, man. USA Today gave us an A. Oh, God forbid a national source gives us an A, but if I give us a good grade, I don't know ball. I'm a homer. Chris in the chat says, fantastic first draft from Moogs and AG. They love they addressed some real needs and added some real solid undrafted free agents as well. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Folks, do me a favor right now. Hit the thumbs up button if you do not already. Really does help out the channel a ton. Smash that thumbs up button. We're also inching close to 20. How many subs are we close to? We have 30. How many likes buttons do we have smashed? We got to keep track of these. 49 likes, bro. We can do better than that, bro. Come on. Hit that like button. Hit the like button right now, folks. And we're also close to 27,000 subscribers, bro. 27,000 subs. Let's get that up. 27,000 subs is on the horizon. So smash that thumbs up button. Like the show. Really do appreciate you guys big time, man. Really, really do. So the Jets did bring in some undrafted free agents that I did want to talk about. We did bring in a kicker. Caden Davis is the guy that we brought in as an undrafted free agent. I don't really know too much about him, I'll be honest. But we did bring in a kicker. He comes from the Colts kicking camp. Okay. It's, we'll see. We'll see what the kicker comes out there with the Jets. The kicker position is so interesting, right? We need a freaking kicker. So, yeah, we brought in a kicker in undrafted free agency. Here he is. The Jets did bring in a kicker. Caden Davis. I don't really know what to say about him. Don't know too much about him. Not going to lie. But the Jets did bring in a bunch of undrafted free agents. A bunch of them. Now, the kicker's not listed on this graphic yet. But, oh, wait, I got it. That's the wrong one. Wrong graphic. Let me put it on the screen. There we go. So, you look at the players that the Jets brought in an undrafted free agency. The players I like the most, Donovan Edwards, Dean Clark, and Jordan Clark. Brady Cook is intriguing. Quentin Skinner from Kansas. Long, tall receiver, 6'5", right? I think that's intriguing. We brought in a center. Another running back in Hall. He was on a rookie minicamp tryout. So, let me know your guys' thoughts of some of your favorite undrafted free agents that we brought in, man. Did we really sign a kicker from Coles? Oh, man. It's a Coles is a kicking, punting, and snapping camp. That's what it is. It's like a, I don't know what it is, honestly. It's some type of kicking camp for draft prospects. So, don't you worry about that. So, the Jets did grab a quarterback in the undrafted free agency. Brady Cook is the Jets' undrafted free agent. Maybe he's this year's Martinez or Chris Streveler, right? I think that if he's going to be the guy that goes out there in preseason, the Jets fans are going to love him because he's athletic. He can pick up the yards with his legs. He can make every single throw on the move. But his problem is processing the field, making the right reads, honing in on one guy, holding on the ball too long. That's why he went undrafted. But I do feel like from a preseason standpoint, training camp, Jets fans are going to start to like Brady Cook a little bit. But he has no upside of, he's not going to be anything with the Jets. I'd be shocked. He's not going to make the roster. I mean, I honestly think Jordan Travis is the guy that we should be looking at from a developmental standpoint over Brady Cook. Richie, do you think we got a four-headed monster with Breece, Braylon, Isaiah, and Donovan? I do like Donovan Edwards. Now, I don't know if Donovan's going to make the team. I think he's more of a guy that will be a practice squad candidate. the cool thing about Donovan Edwards, he's another player that Roundtable Sports interviewed at the Senior Bowl, as you can see here. My boy Joseph Dion was able to interview him at the Senior Bowl, which is really cool. And I'm recording this right here, the video that you're seeing on your screen. So I do like Donovan Edwards. He asked him about his ability to be an impactful running back out of the pass game, pass blocking. I like it. So, Donovan Edwards, your newest New York Jet, man. But now let's talk about, I feel like I've been live for almost a half hour, and I didn't talk about one specific draft pick that the Jets made. And that's our first round pick. Olu Fashanu last year, Armand Membu this year. How could I not talk about our first round pick, right? I'm talking about everything but that. Come on, folks. If you're a Jets fan, you're not fired up about the offensive line this upcoming season, I think you're just a hater, bro. I'll call out Jets fans right now. If you're not overly excited about just the offensive line, because I think if you look at this Jets roster and you rank the strengths and the weaknesses, the number one strength of this Jets football team right now is the offensive line. And that's saying a lot, because we've been through a lot to try to fix this offensive line. And I'm going to be that guy, and I don't care if it pisses anybody off. I'm going to give Joe Douglas some credit. He's no longer here. But 4 out of these 5 offensive linemen were Joe Douglas acquisitions. Okay? Fashanu, Simpson, Titman, Tucker, all Douglas. And then Muji sprinkling on top, finishing the last piece of the puzzle in Membu. I love the Armand Membu pick. And I think that this is an offensive line that Jets fans should really be excited about. Now, the only thing that is interesting is our guards. They're not here long term. Vera Tucker and Simpson are entering contract years, right? So I don't know about the continuity for the long haul, but that's how I look at it. Lascelles in the chat, I'm glad we didn't draft a kicker. To be honest, kickers I've seen in my football watching life has been undrafted. True. I agree. We don't want to waste a draft pick on a kicker, bro. Come on. We do not need to waste a draft pick on a kicker. I agree, Lascelles. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate the super chat, Lascelles. Don't know hype in the chat from my guy, Lascelles, bro. We got 200 live right now on YouTube. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate you guys. Took JD 3+ years, but thanks for O-line. Well, Andrew, it has to take 3+ years to build an offensive line because it took 3 drafts. That's how you build an offensive line. You need multiple drafts to do it. Vera Tucker, first-round pick, 2021. Titman, second-round pick, 2023. Fashanu, first-round pick, 2024. Membu, first-round pick, 2025. So it takes time to build an offensive line, bro. It's just unfortunate that Douglas failed around the entire Douglas failed at the most important position of all, which is quarterback. That's why he's no longer here. Right? That's really what it comes out. That's really what it comes down to is that. I mean, look at this offensive line, bro. How can you not get fired up? My boy Broadway Jets is in the chat. My guy, NYJ Matt or NYJ Mike. I can never tell which one of you two it is. Great coverage, my guy. Keep grinding. Thank you, bro. I really do appreciate it. Much love to Broadway Jets, guys. Go check them out. A Jets podcast. Broadway Jets on YouTube. NYJ Matt and Mike. Always killing it in the X game. Appreciate it, bro. I'm grinding just for you, Mike or Matt, whichever one it is. Appreciate you, bro. Smash the like button. Let Damian speak for the people. Hit the like button. We appreciate it. Let's go. The young athletic Jets. You know it. Now, listen, I know that this Jets draft class isn't going to be an A+ right away, and I don't think that the Jets needed to get an A+ grade from us fans for it to be successful. I think that I went into this draft with an open mind because, first of all, we have no idea the tendencies and the type of players that this Jets regime prioritizes, And I think they went after some guys that fits their mold a lot. I really do. And I think that the Armand Membu pick set the tone of this entire class. Because you talk about a mauler, you talk about an identity, you talk about a physicality. I mean, folks, this is the best Jets offensive line on paper we've had since the last time the Jets made the playoffs. So, just saying. The last time the Jets made the playoffs was when we had an offensive line this good. So, that's how you got to look at it, bro. 3 first-round picks, 1 second-round pick, and a free agent that was a beast. They're being weird about Travis's health. They are being weird about it. They were asked about it, and they're like, we're not going to speak about any medical. All right. Watch that guy from Germany be the finishing piece. A guard, 38 reps on the bench press is wild. Yeah, the Jets brought in a German guard in undrafted free agency. So you never know. I did see that video. So here's the undrafted free agents if you guys missed it. Thank you so much, LaSalle, for another generous super chat, my guy. Much love to you, my friend. Much love to you. Folks, do me a favor. Simply hit the like button if you did not already. We got over 200 people live on Jets Media with 84 like buttons smashed. Let's get this to over 100 likes, folks. Let's get this to over 100 likes. I know we can do it. Let's go. There's a lot to like about this, man. I think that you look at the undrafted free agents, there's some intriguing guys. I'm a big fan of undrafted free agents. I really, really am. So, you guys let me know your thoughts right now of your favorite undrafted free agents. Let's talk more about the undrafted free agents. Who's your favorite? One guy that you're really excited about the most. One guy you're really excited about the most, man. From the undrafted free agency pool. Let me know in the chat. I think that there's a lot of intriguing guys, man. The fact that we got Jordan Clark, if you're not familiar with Jordan Clark, he is a guy that is the son of Ryan Clark, ESPN analyst. I don't know if that makes you feel any good or bad. Some people like Cook. You guys like Brady Cook being the undrafted free agent? Let me know. Wygand. Some people like the offensive lineman, the German offensive lineman. Donovan Edwards. Okay. Taylor going to be a huge, refreshing surprise. You think so? I mean, Mason Taylor is a guy that if we did not go tight end in the first round, I was like, if they do not go Warren in the first round, they better get a tight end in the second, and he better be Mason Taylor. And the Jets just did that. But you know who's coming after Fields is Landon Jackson. Yawn. No one's scared about no Landon Jackson. Richie, as a Pass fan, I think the Jets had a great draft. I like Mason Taylor. I like Arian Smith. I feel like AFC East rivals like the Jets draft more than Jets fans. That's all you need to know. Like, come on. I ain't getting excited about undrafted free agents right now. I need to see what the staff does well first. We got excited when Saleh brought in D-line undrafted free agents. Let's see what AG gets up excited about. Yeah, I mean, Rico, let's also remind ourselves that Leonard Taylor, undrafted free agent last year, he's going to be on this Jets team, undrafted free agent. So, you never know. Ricky, New York Live. Richie, I comp Arian Smith to Goodwin that played for the Bills and 49ers. Super fast, former track star who had a long, if not spectacular, career. I like that. I think there is upside, and I think that the Jets are banking on the ability of his speed to take the top off the defense, man. I really do. So, you guys let me know who are some of your favorites right now. Let me know in the chat, because I think that there's some players in this class that is firing me up. I am not going to lie to you. Want to remind everybody in the chat right now. I talked about it at the top, but just another reminder. Jets Media Day 2025 priority list form is live. If you guys want to click the link that I just put in the chat, you guys can sign up for the Jets Media Day priority list. And what that will do is simply I will get your email and phone number, and I will get you all the marketing details of all the updates of the tickets this season so I know how many tickets I need to get. So it's important to get this in the building because I need to know how many tickets I get. So if you want to come to Jets Media Day this season, come through. And if you don't know what it is, it's a annual event that I throw at a Jets game this season. If you're thinking of going to a game this year, and maybe you're not from New York and you're traveling into New York, you want a full game day experience. This is my 4th year hosting it, and it's a lot of fun. You buy a ticket through me, you get a lot of things outside of just a ticket to the game. You get an all-inclusive tailgate party, food, drinks, live DJ, a heck of a party before the game starts, and then we go all sit together. We get onto the field, onto MetLife Stadium's turf as well. So there's a lot of cool amenities that comes with the Jets Media Day access. So definitely click the link and sign up for the priority list if you want to come through. And if you sign up on the priority list, it's not, cementing you that you have to buy a ticket. It's just basically getting you on the marketing list. And you also get access to tickets before the public in case they get sold out. Right? In case they get sold out. So let's do it, bro. Let's do it. Mason Taylor will be a beast. Calling it now. Facts, Dalt. I think we can all agree with that. Can we? Can we all agree with that? Mason Taylor's going to be a beast. I'm bringing around 6 people, including myself. Edgar, my man. I remember you, my friend. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's freaking go, bro. I'm excited. Pat's getting Kyle Williams hurt my feelings. Well, I'll show you something that will make your feelings feel a little better. A little better about that. Listen, I'm not going to lie. I wanted Kyle Williams myself. But at the Senior Bowl, our boy Arian Thomas put up the clamps. Put up the clamps on him. So here is Arian Thomas at the Senior Bowl locking up Kyle Williams. Locking him up. This is why I'm so high on Thomas. Not just because of this film right here, but look at how long and lanky he is, bro. I love it. That is all the reps against New England Patriot Kyle Williams. So, just saying. Just saying, bro. I think he's one of my favorite players in this entire class. 100%. 100%, bro. Let's go. Jets play in Jersey, not New York. Who cares? Why are you even bringing that up? What? What does that have to do with anything, bro? Weirdo. Seminole coverage, you know it. Defensive backs coming from FSU. They know what they know what's about. Damn, our guy locked your guy up. Let him know. Malachi Corley be a beast this year. I could feel Tanner Engstrand getting the most out of him. It was awesome to hear from Tanner Engstrand. I don't think, did they interview Tanner Engstrand yet? Because I don't really know much about him. I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to hear from Tanner. Hearing Tanner Engstrand talk to the prospects was cool because I think that the conversation he had with Mason Taylor was really cool because he said that they have a really good plan for him, and I think that it's going to be the Sam Laporta plan. That gets me fired up. That gets me fired up. Is it going to rain 4 years in a row, Robert? Please, no. I really hope not. I really hope not, man. Mason Taylor has the upside of Zach Ertz. Let's not compare him to a future Hall of Famer tight end like Witten just yet. I ain't compare him to Jason Witten. Who did that? Someone in the chat do that? Hey, you never know. I think Mason Taylor, my player comparison, that's an active player, is Dallas Goedert. That's a guy that I think he can become. I think that he's a pure receiving tight end that has upside in the blocking game as well. 100%. $110%. Next, Dustin Keller. Now that's a positive. Dustin Keller is the last positive the Jets ever had at tight end. Bill Parcells taught AG about the importance of great fresh groceries. There you go. I like the Ertz comp. How do you feel about Quinn Ewers as a prospect? I mean, I think there's great value that the Miami Dolphins got him where they got him. I actually wanted the Jets to sign him in undrafted free agency if he made it undrafted, which he didn't. But, yeah, I mean, I don't really like him as a prospect enough for anybody to draft him early. But if you talk about a 6th or 7th round pick, wherever the Dolphins got him, it's solid value. He may be better than Zach Wilson. I'm a Bills guy, but technically we don't play in Buffalo. We play in Orchard Park. See, Robert, thank you for being a real Bills fan. I'm so sick of Bills fans being like, oh, you play in Jersey, bro. And you guys don't even play in Buffalo. So what's the difference? Come on. I am excited to see Buffalo's new stadium, though. I'm not going to lie, Robert. And also, if there's Bills fans in the chat, you hear me talking about the Jets Media Day event. We're also planning to go to Buffalo this year for a roundtable event. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, man. Zach Ertz is an active player, and yeah, sleeping on what Zach Ertz did, if you don't realize, that's a good comparison. Zach Ertz is a very good player. I'm saying Zach Ertz was your comparison. My comparison is Dallas Goedert. I think Zach Ertz and Goddard are two good comparisons, 100%. Both of them. Media Day sounds like fun. I'm interested. May come from South Florida. Yeah, come through. And if you want to get a little bit more idea of what Jets Media Day is about, there's recap videos on my channel recapping the entire event in case you're wondering, like, what's it like? If you're wondering what it's like, come through. I'll show you right now. Jets Media Day. So if you go to my YouTube channel and you type in Jets Media Day, you'll see right here all the recap videos. So where are they? Yeah, this was last year's recap video. So in case you want to get an idea of what it's like, this is it. I mean, it's a lot of fun. We do a live show from the tailgate. We have a whole party. I mean, just to give you an idea, this is what it was like last year. We're here, baby. Jets Media Day 2024. We don't mess around. Let's go! So that's Jets Media Day last year. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but if you guys want to go check out that video, I'll link it in the chat in case you guys are interested to go check that out yourself, because it was a lot of fun, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was a lot of fun last year. The 4th event. Time is flying, bro. I can't believe we're on 4th year. So make sure you guys click the link at the top of the chat to fill out the form, bro. Fill out the form if you're interested so you get all the exclusive coverage. Hopefully it doesn't rain this year. Facts, bro. I can't take the rain, bro. I don't know why. The first year, by the way, it did not rain. And the first year is when the Jets blew out the Dolphins 40-17. That was the first one we did. Haven't been to a game since 2017. I think I wanted to go week 4 last year, but didn't happen. And I feel like that was when we lost the season. Simulation. That's how it works, isn't it? I hope we can get the suite again. The hangar suite was sick. Yeah, Dalt, that's definitely the plan. That's definitely the plan. Trying to get that again. No guarantee, but I'm going to try. At the roundtable event, do we get field visit before the game? For the Buffalo, probably not. I don't know if the Bills do that. We did do Jets-Bills in MetLife and you get on the field. But for the Buffalo event, I can't guarantee that. I don't know how Buffalo does it. My birthday wish should be that I want to go to Media Day. Pull up! Pull up, my man. We'd love to have you. All right, we have 14 people filled out the form, baby. Let's go. 14 of you guys filled out the form. Do you know what I should have done? I'm going to add... I'm going to add something else to the form because I need to know how many tickets you're interested in. Ah, I should have added that. Is it too late to edit the form? Oops. I knew there was something I wanted to add to the form. I knew it was something. So I got to edit the form now. I'm going to add a new submission. When is media day this year? So, Angel, I don't know yet. I have to wait for the schedule to release. There needs to be the schedule needs to release, and then I need to pick the game and all that. So, I don't know yet. I don't know yet. How many tickets are you interested in? Yeah, so I just... Sorry, guys, just making sure. Yeah, so I just added a new element. If you guys already filled out the form and you want to resubmit it so I know how many tickets you're interested in, I would appreciate that. Sorry, I completely forgot about that one. I knew there was something that I should have added. The old form is still good. You'll be on the email list, but I still need to know how many tickets everyone's interested in, just so I know, like, because obviously you're interested in one, but the question is, are you interested to come with a friend, family, just so I get a good head count. I need to know a head count. That's really the most important thing. That was sick when you went on the field and held the flag. Yeah, that was for the roundtable event. I may have to do that one again. You give up on doing call-ins. No, I didn't give up on doing call-ins, Indy. You know that. I'll do some call-ins. You guys want to come on in and talk some ball? What week we thinking? It's probably going to be within the first 5 weeks. I like to do it in September, early October, but I have to wait for the schedule to come out in order to pick it. So ideally, I like to do it when the weather is still good. So early in the season, within the first 5 weeks, whether it's a second or third home game, right? I don't like to do the home opener. I think that's a separate entity. So I like to do it more like in the second or third home game. So if you guys want to go fill out the form, go ahead, man. I would appreciate it. So AFC East Roundtable live days on the same day the schedule comes out. Are you guys going to say it live for that day and react to it? No, we can't pick it the day of the schedule. That we're going to have some potential options. Right? The Roundtable event should be in Miami. It's nice there. Their stadium is nice, so I've been told. Well, Fatigue Z, we went to Miami last year for the Roundtable event, and it was a failed event. I'll be transparent with you guys. The only reason why it was a failed event is because not everybody bought tickets. And I'll be transparent with the business model with this whole thing. We are putting a lot of money up front to buy a bunch of tickets, and if we don't sell out, then we lose a lot of money. Right? So Roundtable lost money in the Miami event because we had 30 tickets unsold. So now we're questioning if we go back to Miami because last year's Miami event was a failed event and it hurt us as a business. So that's where we got to be. And that's why these events are a risk from a business perspective because we're buying a bunch of tickets up front. And if they don't sell out, we have to eat that money and lose a lot of money. Because the way that the model is, you buy tickets, you sell it, and then when you sell the tickets, then you don't lose any money. You break even. So, just being honest with you guys, the Miami event was a big fail, and it was so. And I blame TD for it. I'm like, TD, it's your fault. TD, it's your fault, bro. This is why I need a full commitment and confirmation on a head count. Exactly. That's why I need you guys to fill out the form if you're interested, and give me a head count. And DF Forever is on the money. The Miami event was in December, and that's why we can't do that again. We have to do it early in the season. We have to do it earlier in the season because I understand why the Dolphins one failed. It was Jets-Dolphins in December, and both teams sucked last year. So I get it. But still, frustrating. All right, I'll open this up for some callers, and then my Knicks play soon. So I gotta do some Knicks stuff. If you guys want to call in, the link now is in the chat. Link now is in the chat. And again, if you want to sign up for the forum, the link is in the description. All right, the link is in the description. So let's do some call-ins, baby. Talk some ball with you folks. Get your guys of the Jets 2025 draft. I'm a LeBron fan, so Lakers in 5. Well, Lakers are down 2-1, aren't they? So they can't even win in 5 no more. Most of my family are Eagles fans, and I'm the only Jets fan, which is sad and going to be impossible for me to go to Media Day. But I hope one day I can go to Media Day, if not this year, hopefully in the future. Hopefully I'll be there, bro. Hopefully I'll see you there. All right, let's do some callers. Which graphic is that? This one? Boom. Boom. Oh, yeah. All right. We got some callers coming on into the chat. Boom. First up is Indy Jets, my man, Indy.
What's going on, Mr. Rich? You see, you made it back from Green Bay, all safe and sound. That's a win.
I made
right
it.
There.
Safe and sound indeed.
How was your draft experience up there?
Oh, it was fantastic. First time ever in Green Bay. And they hosted it extremely well. The culture there is cool. It's like a football town over there. There's nothing but football. And I really do like the whole town, and the draft experience was like just having media access it's his dream come true. I'm living my childhood dream, and I don't take it for granted.
That's awesome. We're glad that you get to share that experience with all of us at the same time. For those of us that don't go to that. But exactly. I just wanted to point out, everybody's talking about this 4th round pick, the Smith kid, right?
Yep.
And he was picked at 110. Okay, and in 2019, there was a guy in Detroit that was picked out of USC who had, if you read his scouting reports, you go back and read them, that they said he was at times he would be unfocused, and which affects his drops. That's what they were saying about him. And he was picked at 112. Amon-Ra St. Brown. And I'm not saying this guy's, St. Brown, but it's the same scouting report, picked literally at the same at the same position in the draft.
Did Amon-Ra have drop issues coming out?
Yeah, and they were saying he had he would tend to get unfocused, and which would lead to drops.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to say one's they're the same player, but literally drafted in the same position. Almost within 2 of the two positions in the draft, and yet they have kind of similar scouting reports coming out of college. I don't know.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is an interesting comparison, and you look at there's so many examples of mid-round receivers that pan out, and I think that the Jets basically drafted him on the element of speed. And I think that that's one thing they lack on offense, in my opinion. Garrett Wilson isn't a speedster. He's still a great receiver, but that's not his strength. Lazard is not speedy. Even Malachi Corley is not speedy. Gibson is speedy, but he's not really that type of speed. So they needed to get that element on their offense. And I'm not going to be a Jets fan that's just writing off the kid before he steps on the field. And I think that what Aaron Glenn and Muji had to say about him was interesting, especially AG. He said, first trait is you got to be self-aware of what the issue is. And he's self-aware that he has a drop issue. So I think that is a really good idea, that he's going to dig deep into himself and fix that. And if he can fix the drop issue, then we may have got somebody special, because he's someone that can literally beat you off the line of scrimmage by pure speed. And that's dangerous. And in today's NFL, speed kills. And I think that's what the Jets are really trying to implement.
Right, and I think that they took it. They kind of took a shot when Detroit drafted St. Brown. That wasn't a sure thing. He had one good season at USC, and that was it. Um, and so they kind of took a shot with him, and maybe they overdrafted when they at the time they might have been people might have been saying, well, who's this St. Brown kid, and why'd you give up, or why'd you draft him so early? I don't know. I don't remember that draft all that well, but if there's I don't I think we need to give this kid a shot. Now that when you compare who was there in 2019 and in that war room and why they drafted St. Brown and what they saw in the kid, maybe they're seeing the same, something similar again,
Yeah,
again with this
absolutely.
kid,
I think the route running is definitely a thing he can work on, and there's a lot of things. So I'm not going to give up on him. I'm not someone that's going to write him off. I know he's the most unpopular pick amongst Jets fans, but you got to give him an opportunity to fix himself before you write him off. And I agree everything you're saying. So Indy Jets, appreciate you coming on, man. We got some other callers waiting.
Yeah,
and
good seeing you, my man.
Brother. Always appreciate you, my guy. Indy Jets coming on in. Always wants to call in. Appreciate, man. Appreciate it. All right, Lascelles up next. My man, Lascelles.
What's good, guy? Man, what's good?
What's good? Indeed, Lascelles. How you doing, my friend?
Doing great. Doing great. Like the picks we got, and I like the undrafted guys we got. And I do want to emphasize, I'm the one that compared Mason Taylor to Jason Witten. It's more like the player type, not the player, if you know what I'm saying. It's not saying that he could have a Hall of Fame career, but if you see like Jason Witten, like I saw him as a kid, you always look at him being wide open. Like, how did this big tight end get that wide open? How did this big tight end get that wide open? That's why I feel like Mason Taylor gonna be. He ain't going to wow you with speed and stuff, but somehow, some way, he's open when you need him the most. He's open when you need him. That's why I feel like he is possibly gonna be. And I do agree with Indy Jet about Aaron Smith. Like you could train how to catch better. You can train how to catch better, but you can't train speed that easy.
Facts.
You can't train. You
You can't
can't.
teach speed. That's either you got it, you don't.
Yeah, it's either you got it or you don't. So I'm happy that they got him because we needed speed like that. We didn't have that in the on our team. So like people are already dumbing down the day three draft, but at the end of the day, when it comes to day three, you just get the guys you want. I feel because day three is not the glamorous pick of the litter. Like I've seen so many players in day three we like write off, and then afterwards we look at them and they're like, how do people think that this was a horrible pick? Like that's a great pick actually.
I
Like
agree.
like
Yeah.
so like to just say that it was a horrible pick right off the bat is it's dumb in my opinion. Like
Yeah, I
Aaron
agree,
Smith could
Lascelles. And I think you got to
turn
give
out
him an
great.
opportunity to show who he is. So I agree with you as always. Lascelles, appreciate the call, my friend. Hope you're
Peace,
doing
man.
well.
Hope you have a great day, and I hope the Knicks lose.
Oh, he has to fit it out. See what I mean, man? Brooklyn Nets fans, they're watching the playoffs just rooting against the Knicks. Sad, sad, sad. What a sad life that Nets fans are living. I'm kidding. I'm not going to roast Nets fans. He started it. He started it, not me. Folks, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, man. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We're live on Jets Media Day. Yeah, it's Jets Media Day. Sorry. I'm still barely sleep. I'm still have no sleep. I tried to get sleep last night, but man, this week was a lot. All right, let's get into the next caller. The Mr. Legend himself, King Jamie the Mad.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
The most loyal Jets media fan in the world, and he's a Chiefs fan. How you doing, bro?
I love you guys, man. Jets fans are awesome, and you guys deserve good things. I like this draft. I'm drinking the Jets draft Kool-Aid.
Look at that. That's the OG Jets media logo. That's like you can't get that anymore.
That's the cool one, man. I sneaked in on that like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh my gosh, you are an OG. I love it.
So straight up, Richie, every year we do this. We look at the draft and we think, gosh, I had these crushes on these other dudes that we didn't get or whatever. But there's a difference right now that I'm seeing in New York, bro. There's some coaches that are ready to develop players. This has been non-existent for a lot of years there for you guys. And I think now you guys are coming to the point where you're going to be able to take these players and even the late ones and develop them into something great, bro. And I saw some guys in the chat saying, oh, we needed a quarterback. Well, you got Cook. And if you watch his highlights, that kid is something else, man. He's got this bright light in his eyes. Like, you could just, he looks like a real person and he's alive inside there. He's not a drone. He's going to be something else, man. I hope he does great. If he sees some field time, I think he's going to win you guys over.
I like that. I like that analysis a lot. And I think if you're a Jets fan, there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic, but some people clown me, King Jamie, that I'm too optimistic.
Man, they clown us every year, bro. They've been clowning me saying the Chiefs are done and everything too, but they've been saying that for the last 6 years. So,
I know.
I mean, I can't clown you guys. I like that. What's his name? Membu?
Yeah.
Is that his name? Holy cats, he's a giant. If you guys have beefed up the offensive line the way I see it, I think Justin Fields is going to have a really good time this year. I think this draft is pushing you guys to a point where you might sneak into a playoff, bro. And this is a year that we're not considering it. We're just like, okay, this is a rebuilding time, but you just might sneak in one,
Yeah, and I'm definitely going in with the expectation of not doing that, just so I can, if that does happen, I'm on top of the world.
Yeah, but
because last year's expectation was so high, so when it wasn't met, I crashed out. You guys saw me. You guys saw me crash out last year.
I do it every year for you, bro. I got your back. We're gonna see our teams play in the championship before long. We will.
One day it's gonna happen, and we're gonna be there together. Okay. Well, King Jamie, I appreciate you as always, my guy.
I signed up for your thing too, your Jets media thing. So
thank you, man. I'll see you again.
That last one was a hoot. So
I know, right? All right, King Jamie, love you, bro.
Much love and respect, guys. Good luck.
Thank you, man. King Jamie the Mad has got the original Jets media mug before I even changed the logo, bro. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to King Jamie, bro. Oh, yeah. Breaking down the Jets 2025 class. Woo. All right. Well, the Knicks play a playoff game in 2 hours from now, so I got to get prepared for that. So I'm probably going to wrap up the show here, guys. Thank you to everybody that tuned in to the show. Really do appreciate you guys as always. Don't forget, if you want to join the Jets Media Day 2025 priority list, all you got to do is fill out this form and you will get on the priority list. All right. Fill out the form right here, folks. Sign up and let's get it cooking. All right. I'm going to wrap up the show here, guys. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting me on this draft coverage. I really am trying to go above and beyond for you all because I do appreciate the love and the respect that you guys show me. Even the hate I appreciate. Trust me, I do. So that's going to wrap up this show. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. Let's go Knicks. Okay. I need my Knicks to get this W so we can finish this series in 5. And I love you guys so much. I really, really do. Peace out to everybody. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And let's go Jets, man. Peace.